Let's bring in ABC's chief Washington correspondent, Jonathan Karl, who'll be hosting This Week later on this morning. John, great to see you as always. Obviously, a big week ahead for the incoming president after that historic election win. Already named a chief of staff. But what more are you learning about a potential Trump administration?
Look, first of all, Susie Wiles is one of those rare figures in Trump world that is pretty much respected by all sides. There's a lot of there's hope for some order with Susie Wiles, both taking the role as chief of staff, but also taking a key role in this transition. As for who is going to come in, there's a lot of push and pull from the various factions within, Trump's kind of the MAGA universe. You've got those that want to go in a direction like, Tucker Carlson, kind of a far right, full remaking of the federal government, and those that want to make sure that Trump has a successful and maybe not as radical approach. There's big questions about whether or not this is going to be the unity that Trump has talked about, or that retribution campaign he talked about during the campaign.
What about Elon Musk, the world's richest man, poured more than $100 million of his own money into the super PAC, into the campaign. What could we see his role turning out to be in an administration?
Hey, look, I don't know if Elon Musk is literally going to be on the federal payroll. I mean, he doesn't need the money, first of all. But he is going to play a major role in this administration, whether it's on the outside or actually on the inside. The talk during the campaign was he would run this Department of Government Efficiency and find a way to. He talked about he can get $2 trillion out of the federal budget. By the way, I don't know how you do that without touching things like Social Security.
And he said it could be Medicare. Painful before some of the benefits.
Painful before things turn out well. But it was so notable to me this week that he was actually on the phone call with President Zelensky. So that's not government efficiency. That's also taking a really critical foreign policy, national security direction. By the way, I heard that call from the Ukrainian side actually went very well. There's a lot of concerns about how much support Donald Trump will have for Ukraine, but people close to Zelensky's office have told me that call, from their perspective, went very well.
So let's talk about the Democrats now. Obviously, a devastating result for them. What do we expect to see in terms of soul searching or possible realignment from Democratic leaders?
I mean, you see all of the various conflicting takes on this. There's a very interesting progressive, but from a different camp of the progressives, Congressman here, Richie Torres, who said the problem is that the Democrats went too far left. They tacked too far left. They tried to appease those on the left, and they alienated those in the middle. And then you have Bernie Sanders has come out, and the problem was basically the reverse. They completely lost touch with working class Americans. And then you have Nancy Pelosi had an interview with the New York Times. So the problem was Joe Biden. Joe Biden, she's suggesting, got out too late and didn't allow for the process of a competitive primary. Where Kamala Harris, if she was going to be the nominee, would have to first earn it among Democratic voters. So there's a lot of soul searching.
Yeah. A lot of finger pointing.
And frankly, soul searching and finger pointing, I don't know how much finger pointing there needs to be, but there is plenty of soul searching that should be done by Democrats.
John Karl, we appreciate it as always. And be sure to tune in to This Week later on this morning. John speaks with Trump ally Vivek Ramaswamy about the president-elect's plans for his second term. Plus, more of John's interview with influential radio host Charlemagne the God on what the Democratic Party should be doing next.